Hey guys, so the book's been out for about a month now, and one thing I'm constantly seeing from reviewers and getting asked online is where can the series go from here? And where can Kat's story go after everything's tied up so neatly at the end of Take Back the Skies? So I thought I'd do a video explaining the series to clear that up a little. First off, I never ever said that the series would follow Kat. As far as I'm concerned, barring a few of the character shorts that still have to go up on Wattpad, and if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, there's a link below, Kat's story is done. If you've read the book, then you're aware that the ending is pretty obviously not a cliffhanger, and that's because it's an actual ending rather than a pause between books. It's 6 books, each set in a different country within the world of Tellus, each focusing on different characters and different parts of the timeline. It's a series to explore the world itself rather than exploring the lives of certain characters. So there'll be a whole new cast in each book, and each one will be a standalone, but obviously still best read in written order. Basically, what happened is, I got the idea for Skies, started world building, got way too involved in my world building, as I have the habit of doing, and suddenly realised that I had this entire world developed and was only using a tiny fraction of it. Which was pretty lame. I'd put all this work into developing the countries, it would be a shame not to ever see them in the book. So I started thinking a little more about it and thinking about the kind of characters that would live in these countries, and before I knew it I had a rough idea for a story for each of them. Take Back the Skies became the first of 6 instead of a standalone novel, and here we are now. I know a lot of people would prefer me to be writing more about Kat, which makes me really happy because it means you've connected with Kat, which is awesome. But at the same time, being as spoiler-free as possible, what could I write? She is where she needs to be, she is where she is most going to benefit her country, which is all she's ever wanted to do. The rest of her story is going to play out pretty much as you'd expect it to, and forgive me for not thinking that would be too interesting to read or write. She had a great run and one hell of a story, and yes, maybe things tied up a little too quickly and neatly. But they had to, because I had to fit her entire story into one book so I could progress with the rest of the series. I'm really excited to be exploring the rest of the Tellus world. It's giving me the chance to write all kinds of characters and cultures and genders and abilities, and basically just have as diverse a series as I can manage. It'll move across the map, so each one will uncover a little more about the world without jumping all over the place. There will be mentions of characters from previous books and from future ones. They're all part of pretty important things in the world's timeline. Of course they're going to be looked on as historical figures. But they won't cross over. I don't want to do any of my characters the injustice of not giving them a full book to tell their story by trying to bring in some faces from the past and tell 2 stories at once. Book 2 is set in Cyberine, and to give you a little teaser, it's about a 17-year-old boy called Alex. He's the youngest of 4 brothers and pretty overshadowed by his siblings, so as they're all settling down and having families, he's desperate to make his own path in life. Unfortunately, he gets into quite a bit of trouble in the search for that path, and that's all I'm telling you. I hope that's helped explain a little more about the series, and I am sorry to those of you who wanted to see more of Kat. But I really think you'll like Alex, and the rest of the characters I'll be writing about in this series. I like them at any rate. New thing I'm doing because I'm friends with a lot of unfairly talented people and I couldn't fit them all into one video to gush about their awesomeness. Every week I'll spotlight a cosplayer, either someone I know personally or just someone whose work I admire. And I'll put a link to their cosplay page down below so you guys can check out their beautiful faces. First up is one of my best friends, Lisa Marie Cosplay. Lisa is lovely and amazing and on a mission to cosplay all of the gingers, and you should go like her page because she's way cooler than me, true fact. Next week I'll be talking all about LFCC and how excited I am for that, and give you the details on all the cool stuff that's happening. Bye!